This is a newcomer, but we'll talk about him later because right now we got Sandstorm and Boomi, two old heads, two top competitors in the North American region.
Yeah, definitely in the top four. One of these things is not like the other. It's anonymous, but everyone else is like, yeah, it's just not totally unexpected. Obviously, Boomi and Sandstorm, you and I put them in both in the top three. Faizon is a little bit of a surprise here. He can be kind of a wild card, but Boomi and Sandstorm, like we've seen this tale so many different times. We'll see if there's a different ending as we are seeing Boomi here on the Stevani, on the Val pick. So that's a little bit of a different ingredient in this finals cake that we see from Boomi and Sandstorm.
Yeah, definitely a tale as old as time is the rivalry between Boomi and Sandstorm, except it's almost always Boomi on something different. He is always trying to find what is the secret ingredient to beat Sandstorm, and right now, Stevani not quite looking like it as he is behind. Oh, Sandstorm with a deep commit on that whiff Sair, and gonna give Boomi the edge guard. Yep, that's gonna be the first stock.
Getting the KO off of that goofy interaction. Boomi placed the ground pound really well there, noticing the situation at hand, knew that he could get that ground pound for free, and that's something that like Boomi is really good at, is recognizing when an edge guard is free for him to clean up.
He's so good at recognizing game situations, but Sandstorm will find that recovery. He's going to control this weapon. No weapon spawn, so he's not even thinking about the juggle. Instead, he's going to try to cover. Nice double side light to get the early damage onto Boomi's second stock.
Sandstorm doing Sandstorm things. Nice ground pound answer from Boomi. He's still going to continue to take damage, though. They're basically even. There is a weapon spawn. Sandstorm dodging around it before he actually picks the weapon up. He is able to grab it very quickly. Hits his ground pound actually on the stage, and it kind of moved him forward a little bit as he was holding left. Kind of just moved around that corner with the ground pound, but didn't fully commit to any major move that would have put Boomi above him, ready for a down air or anything like that.
And you can tell Sandstorm was watching some of the earlier sets. You saw how low he recovered on that, which is kind of a standard in North America for the top players, but still respecting that side sig that Boomi's really been throwing out.
Now, one thing we just saw from Sandstorm is I think he threw out like a gauntlet neutral light and then did a jump gravity cancel down light to get over Boomi's down light. That could be a major thing that he does when he has gauntlets in his hands to just avoid that down light pressure, or at least the grounded down light that sword players will be throwing out.
That's a definitely strong option. So is that side air as Boomi takes the second stock off of Sandstorm. And again, Boomi looking to prefer this sword. Haven't really been seeing him stick to the gauntlets when he has the option to make that decision.
He did have the gauntlets early on, and he ended up going down. So maybe the sword he just feels a little bit more comfortable with. Loves that sword neutral light, hoping he can find the sword down light with a little bit more success. He is still on his second stock though, so not in a terrible spot. There's a nice neutral light, and especially like that signature. Side sig over the edge is so powerful. If you're a Val player and you're not doing that, like you are officially playing the character wrong. She is designed to do those moves.
But at the same time, I think you can fall into the trap as Sandstorm is going to spring a trap on the D-Sig to take off Boomi's first stock. But yeah, a lot of Vals out there will fall into the trap of just kind of throwing it out because they see the opponent on the edge, and then it starts to be really, really punishable.
Yeah, of course. We don't want to be looking like Shadow in the tournament that we saw previously with those goofy signatures over the edge. But Boomi's used them really well so far. A lot of the top Val players do know when and when not to use them. Basically, even here in this set, a lot of jumping around, a lot of movement. Nice spacing from Boomi to get out of the range of the downlight from Sandstorm and then come in and punish it. So good spacing, positioning, and timing.
He had good footsies, but his option select. He went for the end light instead of the D light and didn't get the optimal punish, unfortunately. Sandstorm has this edge control. Boomi gonna recover high. Neutral sig will put Sandstorm in an awkward spot. There's the side sig, but Sandstorm just underneath it.
That's a good job from Boomi to go over the edge and then turn around the neutral signature, so that would actually bring him back towards the platform where Sandstorm was. And he caught him with it. That side air. Boomi is certainly more damaged on this stock. Being careful about his recovery. It's going to put him in a bad spot. Sandstorm.
Sweatbeats.
Oh, Boomi has been retreating to this left wall specifically so much and delaying his recovery back to the main platform for so long. You see the exclamation points coming out. You see Sandstorm not getting impatient. Like, he knows he's in the power position there. Boomi has to eventually push into him, and he's there to punish him.
Yeah, really good patience from Sandstorm to not try to overcommit or anything. Instead, just wait. Let Boomi burn all his options. He saw the exclamation points come out. He's like, all right, now's my time to just finish off this stock. We're going right on in. to game number 2.
That's the dome yet again, back-to-back. Boomi grabs the first weapon here. Sandstorm's able to grab the second one very quickly.
Get the reads. Doesn't hit the D-Light. Does get a turnaround neutral light, though, getting some good damage built up onto Sandstorm. But Sandstorm catches Boomi off guard. Turnaround side air. Boomi running low on jump, so he had to get the wall touch. Still pressure situation. Sandstorm picks back up the scythe, and he's got the corner control.
That was interesting from Boomi to get back over to the wall. You just saw him drift. He didn't throw out a gauntlet side air. I'm not sure whether he just... Ooh, nice side signature from Boomi. Catching Sandstorm in the orange. But I'm not sure if Boomi just didn't want to put himself into any sort of animation, active frames, recovery frames, or anything like that, because he knew he could just get back to the wall with a drift. That was a fantastic side air punish on that signature that Sandstorm has hit so many people with. He placed it really well, but Boomi was just a little bit ahead of him, ready for it.
Yeah, things starting to slow down as Boomi and Sandstorm both getting into that kill percentage. There's the 3-piece from Sandstorm, not quite enough. The recovery from Boomi, not quite enough. Goes for a second one, not gonna land. There's a side air, but it bounces. What's the hit?
A little bit of a bounce pass with that weapon toss, recovering very high, but still not making a move on
Punish.
stage. The second he does, Boomi backs up, is ready to punish.
And you saw Boomi not throwing out those side signatures, this time being conservative with the way he plays that edge.
Still just in the lead. That down light was a little bit too far to the left side of the stage. Boomi at least throws a down air, but Sandstorm avoiding it and hits the unarmed recovery for the punish. Neutral light is going to KO. We're back to basically a dead even game. And one thing that I think I haven't heard pointed out yet is, yes, this is the Summer Championship. This is another online major, but specifically with this one, this is one of the last Oh, no.
That was a dodge.
Oh, no. Dodge
You
goes
can still
back.
touch. Ground pound, one more hit, and yeah, Boomi gonna get the turnaround, surviving the edge guard of Sandstorm, something few people can live to tell the tale of.
So something with this tournament specifically that's important for everybody entering is this is one of the last chances that people have to affect their PR going into the World Championship.
Yeah, there's only a handful of opportunities, and it's also, almost more importantly, one of the last opportunities to affect your PR going into the Invitationals, Mammoth Arcadian and the Mammoth Invitational coming in just a month.
Ooh, nice two-piece. Almost got the 3. Boomi was able to get away from it. D-Light Dare actually maybe ledge cancels that side light.
Oh, nice punish from Boomi. Sandstorm was trying to read for the down signature. You saw him charging it up, but Boomi just stayed right behind it. Sandstorm going for some tricky. Got the D-Light recovery. Still needs this stock, though.
It's going to have to be tricky, and it's going to have to be slicky because that neutral light's not going to KO here. Boomi in a nice lead.
Oh!
That does KO. Sandstorm still about halfway through this stock in the orange. Has control of the weapons. Even the second one that comes in was coming right to Boomi. That had his name on it, and Sandstorm scroinked it away from him. Grabs yet another weapon spawn. Oh, the other one goes to the right side. We know Boomi has been critical of weapon spawns in the past, so this is certainly frustrating for him.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he is quite upset about the fact that it spawned on the other side, and he had to work a little extra harder to get that one out. Sandstorm gets a 3-piece. Boomi still able to make it back to the wall. The clash out. This could be big for Boomi, but he doesn't hit the ground pound.
Oh, fast falls away from that down air. That Sandstorm turn around, put over next to the wall, swapping back to the sword. That time the side light is not going to get a follow-up after it. Boomi takes it. We're tied as we move into game 3. It only took Boomi 494 damage. Where's my phone? I have to calculate this.
You don't have a calculator app on your PC?
I'm not going to click around and pull it up. 164 damage. That's fantastic to average between 3 stocks.
Yeah, Boomi did really good. I think one of those stocks in particular was pretty clean. It was the edge guard where he got the ground pound on Sandstorm on the turnaround. That ended up working out really, really nice for Boomi. And, of course, helping Boomi tie up the set. Currently at 1 apiece. We're going into game number 3. No character swaps, but we are going to get rid of that pillar in the middle of the map that ended up kind of trapping Sandstorm at one point.
Ooh, Sandstorm grabbing the first 2 weapons here, but Boomi putting out a little bit of unarmed damage.
Okay. Trading blow for blow. Sandstorm starting to get a couple more hits. 3-piece, but Boomi again responds. Goes for the ground pound from deep.
Boomi is the first one to hit orange, deeper into the orange.
Oh!
That is insane. How can you throw a neutral light out that fast?
I mean, it's Gauntlet Neutral Light, one of the fastest neutral lights in the game, and Sandstorm just wasn't able to get that landing in time. Thought his unarmed neutral light was a little bit faster.
D-Light dare. He knows he can't go for an immediate follow-up after that. He needed more damage.
Oh!
Nice! Love that sig, dude. That is one of the many reasons. I don't want to say the reason to play Val, because there's like a gorillion reasons to play Val, but that's certainly one of them.
All right, I got to ask your opinion now. Sword side sig on Val or Bodvar sword down sig?
Oh, don't make me pick. I'm going to take a page out of a politician's book, and I'm going to avoid the question because I don't want to give an answer.
I hope you know most politicians don't just declare that they're going to avoid a question. Nice neutral light coming out from Sandstorm.
I'm a little bit different. I like to be honest with the people. You know?
Okay.
That's why I'm the people's champion.
Sandstorm throwing out the side sig, does not get punished.
That was an interesting punish from Boomi to go with the downlight off of that when Sandstorm is still going to be in the air.
Yeah, maybe just mistimed it a little bit, but either way, Boomi does have the damage advantage over the world champion right now. Sandstorm with the scythe in hand, trying to add up some more damage against the downlight, but Boomi doing a really good job not burning that dodge too early.
Boomi's also done a pretty good job of not being hit by too many signatures. I think we saw it in game 1, but beyond that, there hasn't been too many, and Sandstorm's been throwing them out.
He's thrown out quite a few, but hasn't really been hitting them just like that. You see him throw out the end sig, but Boomi able to avoid it. Still unarmed for quite a while. Finally picks up a sword. Side sig gonna miss for Boomi. One recovery. The dodge back, but Boomi's still controlling the weapons, controlling the platform.
Now, I did point out that Gauntlet D-Light punishment as sort of a mistake earlier from Boomi, but aside from that, I don't want to discount. He's had so many good punishes against Sandstorm. There's been a couple iffy ones, but other than that, his punishes have been really good. Nice weapon toss there. Still continuing his pressure as Sandstorm backs up, Boomi pushes forward.
Double touch. Both of them deep red. They're so close, but Sandstorm going to go for the dip down recovery like a hammer player and get the KO. D-Light recovery in response. They're tied in game 3 final stocks.
Boomi is going to be at the weapon advantage. He moves over toward the left side, but Sandstorm's able to grab the weapon. Boomi's just going to play around it. He doesn't throw his weapon away, try to grab it, starve, or anything. It would be too unsafe, and he might put himself at a disadvantage. Again, good punish on that. Good punish on that. It's so good.
So good. It's a side air. Has the edge control. Sandstorm again being very patient on this one.
Yo!
But the recovery from Boomi! What a turnaround! And Boomi gonna steal game number 3.
We haven't even really seen that much vertical gameplay from these two players. There haven't been the recovery juggles, the nair juggles, even like the falling dare that a lot of sword players will rely on. It's been a lot of D-lights, in-lights, side lights. It's been left and right gameplay rather than up and down.
Yeah, very grounded gameplay. Lets you have a little bit more movement and better punishes, but now we're going into game number 4, and Sandstorm going to have to make the adjust. Is vertical play going to be the thing that he needs? Oh, misses a D-Light in there. Can't afford that at this point in the game.
Not sure what that signature was from Sandstorm either. Maybe he's a little bit shook here. Not only did he miss the D-Light follow, but he also did a crazy signature right after that. Boomi coming in here with the lead. Sandstorm does get away from the side signature. Might have expected that. Even with these small walls, he was still able to get away from that. Boomi has Sandstorm in the orange.
Side sig again!
Oh my goodness!
He's hitting those side signatures and taking stocks. Sandstorm cannot find an answer to it, and he doesn't even have a weapon for it.
I feel like
for damage.
This lead from Boomi, this deep in the bracket and this deep into the specific set with Boomi already up a game, that is a very rare occurrence.
To finish it. Yeah, Boomi looking so strong against Sandstorm, and this is Sandstorm on Mordex. Like, there's so few statements people can make to discount how well Boomi is doing against Sandstorm right now. Oh, the weapon toss needs another hit. The down air, he does get the wall touch. Full disengage to the left side. The sword Sair to get him the wall touch, and Sandstorm's the one who has to pull out.
Oh,
side sig again!
Telling you, dude, it's
another
so
one.
Good. It's better than Bodvar sword desig. I'm gonna say it.
The data's come in. Boomi's making that sig look so stinking good. 3 stocks up to Sandstorm's 1. Game number 4. Boomi 1 stock away from going into the grand finals, but the weapon toss from Sandstorm will slow down Boomi.
And the scary thing is, at this point in the game, Boomi's already up a game. He's already up a full stock, and there is a very real chance that literally none of that matters.
Yeah.
The Sandstorm clutch factor could just negate all of that very quickly.
At the end of the day, this is still Sandstorm. This is still the world champion, the North American 1v1 king. And one good offstage interaction, and Sandstorm ties this up immediately.
Weapon starving did seem to be very important to Sandstorm, as it should be, but Boomi was over on the left soft platform, really the only soft platform that was on the left, and the weapon spawn came right to him.
The disengage. Sandstorm actually recovers away instead of trying to go for the full commit on that one. Boomi gets on stage. The reset, double down light down air. Another one into the side sig. What?
That's a 2-stock. What is this
You
world
can do
that we are living in? Boomi is absolutely disgusting today.
Boomi is gonna beat Sandstorm in the winners final 3-1. And now everybody left in the losers bracket has got to be sweating, as it is gonna be Faizon and Anonymous, and the winner of that goes into Sandstorm.
Oh, whiffs the nair there. The punish isn't perfect. There's a D-Light
Double.
dare. Goes with the nair. Not going to be a true follow-up there. Nice dash back into the punish. That's insane. That's so
crazy
beautiful.
That he was able to do that.
I want to know how many options that will cover.
It seems like a lot of the low options. Sandstorm fast fell out of that one,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons why he got caught. Like, if he dodged up, I don't know if that would have worked. But either way, that worked really well for Boomi, and that means that Boomi is now in the winner's final. Guaranteed top 2, looking good for Sparky in his predictions. Faizon and Anonymous coming up next. We talked a little bit about Anonymous Alexi because he is kind of the person that very few people have information on. Sparky, what information do you have on?
I mean, because I foresaw all of this
Absolutely,
coming. You know,
of course. Sparkstradamus.
I have plenty of information on him. Some of this is according to Zakoi, by the way. So if I'm wrong, he is wrong. He's a PS4 player who recently got PC, so I believe he is playing on PC today. He's been making moves in Moose Wars community tournaments. Where did I write it? I didn't. Where did I don't remember. He like beat Santee. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Everybody can just wait for a second while I'm just like a guy on the computer, because this is information that they will not know.
He did. It looks like he 2-0'd Santee in Moose Wars.
Yeah, was that my message?
Yeah.
That's the message that I'm looking for. Let's see. Yeah, he 2-0'd Santee, and he 2-1 Snipe Sox in Moose Wars, and then he went Game 5 against Boomi in Moose Wars. Now, I think these were in separate tournaments, but still, those are
The Santee
very
one's a different one.
impressive notches to put on the board of people that you've taken out in tournament. Going Game 5 against Boomi is also very strong. So Moose Wars, man, the community tournaments, I am so glad there's so many of them that I've been looking at recently, because that is such valuable information to me. Shout out AJ Moore 2000, twitch.tv/the letter A, the letter J, MORR2, and then 3 zeros.
Yeah, shout outs to the community tournament organizers out there, of course. But man, at the end of the day, this is an explosive start from Anonymous. This is his first time in the top 8. He was seeded 1,174 coming into this tournament, and he is now guaranteed a 4th place finish. And yeah, this is big, and it's worth mentioning because, again, there's a lot of people who are out there who are going like, oh, who is this rando person? Is this their first time even playing Brawlhalla, and is like what is going on. No, this dude's out there. You can check his Twitter, twitter.com/anonymous Alexi. He's tweeted out, you know, he's got 2,600 on PS4 in ranked. Like, he is a ranked nutter.
And of course, like, if you just distill down and reduce and boil down to like the pure ranked nutter extract, of course it's a Taros. Like, it has to be. It has to be a Taros.
All you want about a Taros being in top 4, but there's 3 players using Gauntlet Legends. 2 of them are Val.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you're
for
just
sure.
propping up Val Sword side sig. But yeah, you can mold all you want about Taros getting into top 4.
Somebody get Flambeau on here so we can just agree.
So you two can wax about how ridiculous Taros is, and how no brain, I think, is the general phrasing. But either way, Faizon is going to be coming in trying to halt this run of Anonymous, who's currently what, at a 10-set win, something like that, 11-set win.
I think he's at like 9 right now, maybe 8.
Okay. A 9 or 8-set win in his lower bracket. He went down very early, winners round 2, and he's been taking names. If you've been listening throughout the tournament, you might have heard some of the ones we were talking about, but we showed on stream. He beat Cody Travis 3-0. He beat Hardy MJ 3-1. Down in the lower side, he also beat Zinker 3-2, Pierre 2-1, Zakoi 2-0, Stingray 2-0. Like, he is taking names.
This will be, if he beats Faizon here, this will be his 8th victory in losers bracket. So he's on a 7-set win streak here. Now we're still waiting on Faizon. His internet apparently went out a minute ago, so he's going to run a ping test to see if it's being wonky.
It can be that way. We'll see what Faizon decides to do. Of course, he's been playing the Val throughout the day, but it seems like some people have been having a hard time against this Taros, specifically of Anonymous, and the people who we've been seeing who generally stick to a certain legend are making those swaps, right? Cody Travis made the swap. Not that surprising from Barasa to Diana, but even Hardy MJ swapped over to the Sentinel at one point before going back to the Asuria. Like, it seems like people are trying to try something different because this Taros is just, it's hard to quantify.
Has he played against any gauntlets today? Now, there wasn't a report from Zinker. Then before that, no report from Zakoi. Boys, no report from Stingray. Boys, we talked about this. I bring it up every time. Guichabo, I don't know who that is, but didn't report your characters either. Shame on you, sir. Then on the winner's side of the bracket, again, Hardy MJ Anonymous did not report characters. Before that, Kuda Cred didn't report characters. Boys, come on. We talked about this.
It's info. It's valuable, and so is this set. As we get into Faizon versus Anonymous, game number 1 of the best of 5. Winner of this goes on to fight Sandstorm. Loser of this goes home with a 4th place finish, which for Anonymous would still be impressive, but man, would it be impressive if he can get this W over Faizon.
Now, I didn't happen to catch which map. It's Enigma. I feel like we've seen more Enigma here recently than I would have expected. Like, people are opting to go to Enigma, and that's kind of surprising to me. It does have a lot of soft platforms. Could be a really good map for Anonymous Alexi with that axe, and even with the hammer as well. Like, you can do a jump nair and cover that soft platform with ease.
Yeah, I think it's because Anonymous got the first map bans right, likely left 2 triplats and maybe like a Miami, and Faizon opted to go for small Enigma over the other 2.
That right there, like, that's a ranked nutter play. Ending in that D-Sig, the weapon toss and the gravity cancel D-Sig, that's a straight up ranked Taros play.
Yeah, for sure. There's a different style that comes from playing so much ranked, but Faizon going to show off his gauntlets a little bit, gets a nice string into the side signature. Anonymous in trouble. The recovery from Faizon will take the first stock.
Now, that could be something that Anonymous Alexi is going to struggle with going forward, as you saw how glued to his movement Faizon was with the gauntlets, and he wasn't able to really hit him away. Those longer recovery frames, doesn't fall prey to the ground pound. Man, we saw some ground pounds from him hitting earlier and taking people out in orange. We'll see if Faizon can make it through the rest of them or not. Woo! Nice down signature there, a rare option from Val players.
Yeah, Faizon looks like he has the perfect read on the options Anonymous is going for. That end sig in particular from Anonymous completely shut down by Faizon. A neutral sig from Faizon. He is making it look so easy against someone who's taken some big names.
Yeah, Faizon's making it look like we're trying, like this is a promotional video that you made for the new character Val. You have a cool skin with cool colors, doing like all of the signatures, doing them one right after the other in the strings, and it looks like you shouldn't be able to hit these things, but Faizon is hitting them.
He's doing some work, but Anonymous with the D-Lights here puts Faizon off stage.
Again.
Goes for the ground pound. Faizon with the turnaround, not respecting it, and it's going to work out a 3-stock for Faizon.
Brother, Faizon on a different level today. Completely avoiding all of the little traps that Alexi was using very successfully against so many other players today. You saw 2 of those ground pounds come in, and Faizon just completely avoided them.
Yeah, he just completely shut down everything Anonymous was doing. Like, Anonymous had so many people talking about him. Coming in here, he's like looking so clean, and Faizon just deleted.
Faizon put out 6 signatures. He hit 83% of them. That's got to be like 5 of them, right? Is that
yeah,
5?
I think so.
5 divided by 6. Yep, that's 83%.
I'm almost more impressed with the fact that he only put out 392 damage. Like, that was obscene efficiency coming out from Faizon. He is just deleting Anonymous. And we're going to small Brawlhaven for game number 2. Anonymous looking better, though. Those soft platforms maybe not working in favor of the Axe.
He threw out every signature but a gauntlet down signature.
Oh, okay.
So he, like, again, it looked like a promotional video, the way he was using those.
Here's how you do that sick.
Oh my gosh.
Downlight.
Anonymous Alexi
sig.
thought he could turn around. That was a side sig that he was pulling out, right?
Yeah, you heard it charge up. Side sig from Faizon, though. And he is going to take the stock of Anonymous. He's ready for all the wonky rank nutter plays from Anonymous.
Yeah, like every single little gimmick that he wants to throw out is just not successful. It's like, I don't want to put any disrespect on it. Okay,
oh,
never mind.
Okay,
never mind.
Okay. He's in it, tying up the stocks. Anonymous showing he's still got some stuff in the pockets.
Just based on last game, not including this game, but just based on last game, it looks like Faizon is the Brawlhalla Pro playing against the ranked nutters, saying like, okay, you're good on the ladder. Hey, but brother, this is a tournament, and I've been winning them before.
Yeah, Faizon definitely more experienced in this position. We have no idea how much Anonymous has experienced kind of the stresses of being this high in a tournament. But Faizon, no stranger to it. Gravity cancel side light, not going to quite work out. But Anonymous is able to trade out damage pretty evenly so far.
Yeah, he's showing better adaptation this game for sure, which is something that you don't get in the ranked experience that often, where you'll just sometimes play one and done unless you queue the same person over and over. So he's showing some good stuff here. He's definitely much closer in terms of damage with Faizon. Even has Faizon in the orange after that, which on this map, like you see that recovery, didn't knock out Alexi.
Oh, the weapon toss.
Nice weapon toss to get him safe back down. That stopped the signature that was going to hit and KO him.
Faizon was ready for the stuff, though. The Teros down sig to take the stocks, and Faizon was able to dodge it. Still, damage trading out. Starting to look even. A sidelight Sarah for Anonymous could be the thing, or the hammer. Stomp side air or a wild side sig, because those have been hitting. But a D-Light recover.
It is still extremely close here. Faizon's going to have his choice of weapons. It's going to be the gauntlets. He didn't even want to try and juggle one more time to maybe delay that weapon spawn. It comes in. Alexi grabs it straight away. Oh! There's the D-Sig. Those grounded D-Sigs that he just throws out. They're so good.
Dude, he's so good at, like, the wild sig that works, right? Like, he was doing those, like, chasing hammer side sigs earlier, and just now, like, those wild axe down sigs.
And I like that he's doing it a lot with the axe down sig, because that's, like, the really good sig that Teros has. That's one of the best ones. Definitely one of the safest ones that he has. Nice D-like damage from Faizon. The dodge is gone.
And that's going to be it. Faizon taking game number 2 over Anonymous. And now he is one game away from shutting down the impressive run of Anonymous to go on to fight Sandstorm.
Dang, Faizon even said he's still teleporting after getting the almost JV2 in that game. That's, I don't know, that's kind of BM a little bit.
Is that disrespect?
That's a little bit of disrespect. Look at that game. He threw out 8 signatures this time. Not going to hit 83%, but he's still going to hit half of them.
I mean, on the other side, right, Anonymous threw out just one less signature, but almost half as frequent in the accuracy, 29% to the 50 of Faizon. So Anonymous struggling a little bit more, and those signatures can be very devastating on the side of Teros. They do a lot of damage. He's a high-strength legend, but if you're not hitting him, that's just recovery time. He's coming in with 2 dexterity. He is highly punishable.
And that is one of the benefits to what Alexi was doing, is like those SIGs that he hit, they were all impactful. He wasn't hitting a side SIG when Faizon was in white, doing some decent damage, fine, but not actually making an impact in the game. But you know, we saw the side signature on the hammer led to a kill. The down signature on the axe led to a kill. So even though he's not hitting that many signatures, some of the ones he does miss are punished by Faizon, but the ones he hits are important, and they actually make a major difference in the game.
It can be valuable. Spot dodging through the down sig. Faizon continuing the unarmed pressure as Anonymous, who took us back to Small Enigma, will be picking up the axe.
Ooh, Faizon gets away from that one. Delaying his fast fall down, let it come out. Fast fell down without a weapon. Got the punish right after that, has the gauntlets in his hands. We are going back to Enigma.
Red light recovery immediately coming out. Anonymous not even going to go for the return on Faizon's second recovery. Dare? No follow-up just yet. Back to the hammer. Faizon's not quite in the kill percent. I don't think a hammer side sig from the middle will take him out, but neutral sig might.
So one thing I like about how Faizon is playing this map is Alexi has to be like on the main stage. That's his goal. Whereas Faizon can be on those soft platforms and he has a way in. So if Alexi wants to throw those down signatures, like Faizon's just going to chill on the platforms. This is even so far, but I like that Faizon is using the whole map, whereas Alexi is like, I have to get back to the main stage. That's the only part I really feel comfortable at.
Yeah, controlling that center stage is usually the goal of the Teroses in this situation. Wow, what a down sig attempt from Anonymous. Wouldn't have done a lot there. The patience, but doesn't get the follow-up on the whiff from Faizon. Anonymous trying to extend the stock. That recovery, and that'll be it.
And you see, again, he hit that D-Light on that soft platform. He doesn't have a problem being on the left soft platform or the right one. That gives him time to avoid the attacks that Alexi throws out, then run in, fast fall down, maybe even hit an aerial approach as well.
Yeah, again, retreating to that soft platform. Now playing a little bit more on the main stage. Okay, Faizon. Big damage, tries to play off the top platform. It is closer to the kill box, but doesn't quite get the follow-up as Anonymous whiffs the weapon toss.
Nice neutral signature. And I love him turning that around because Alexi was getting back towards the center stage, so it hits up and left and then sends up and right. So it further pushes Alexi back over to that right side, close to the blast zone, just as he thought he was going to get past Faizon and get back to the middle of the stage.
Throws up the wild side sig. Faizon had the read, but didn't go for the reaction. D-Light recovery. End sig from Anonymous, and the weapon toss is going to give him the stock advantage.
Definitely a cheeky option from him, really expecting Faizon to come in. Oh, man, that was so close.
What a delay from Anonymous as well to not burn the dodge on the first attack. Instead, the guaranteed recovery come out from Faizon, and spot dodges that one.
Ooh, Alexi grabs it, but Faizon grabs that one!
He's throwing weapons for days, and he ends up disarming himself, so Faizon gets a D-Light Sair, but Faizon's actually taking a decent amount of damage here.
Yeah, he is in the yellow. It's going to take 3 or 4 more hits until Alexi is in the yellow. Even that side light, like that's real damage.
Not to be confused with the imaginary damage that comes from getting taunted at.
This is true. Oh!
D-Light recovery off the top soft platform. That's so close to the kill box. Another one of those, and it could be devastating. But now that we're on the main stage, should be all right for Anonymous for a little while.
That was a goofy D-Light pickup, so Faizon wasn't able to find the side air after, but he does have complete weapon control so far. He's already up 2 games in this best of 5. The D-Sig from the middle of the stage!
What?
I hate Taros, dude. I hate him so much.
You know what? I'm mad for you on that one. I'm mad for Faizon for that one because that D-Sig killed just barely on the edge of it. And that is going to be Anonymous putting 1 on the board against Faizon. He was like orange. He just barely proc red.
Now we are going to have a second here while the internet is restarting. Let's look at these stats. 13 signatures from Anonymous. Hit very few of them. He hit 15%. I don't really know how many that is. Let's see. 0.15 times 13 since we're waiting on Faizon.
He hit like 2?
Yeah, he hit like 2. One of them was the axe down signature that won him the game. The other one was the neutral.
N-sig.
Yeah, it was the neutral signature.
Took the second stock.
Interesting. So again, impactful signatures. Who cares if the hit percentage is low? It's like in Valorant. If you miss a bunch of shots, but you hit a headshot.
Which would be massive and would be exciting to see. But for now, Faizon has come back in, and it looks like we're going to get into game number 4 on Small Mammoth Fortress.
Now we are seeing same characters, of course, coming in. Faizon, man, look at that border. Both of them got the border from the Battle Pass. We do love that.
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, gotta put into those battle passes, get those missions done, and also get those sick items. But for now, no battle pass items on anyone just yet in terms of characters. Could have had like the Azoth axe or something.
But Faizon is using not Battle Pass, Esports V2 colors on this Val, which you can get by watching tournaments. Of course, I'm sure all of you out there know that and are watching today with eyes peeled, not only for the rewards, but also the esports content that we got coming out for you as we go into this game 4 where Faizon is up 2-1.
Oh, but he is struggling a little bit. Still going even. Dodges through the side sig of Anonymous. Neutral light catches Anonymous's landing. Anonymous going to switch over to the axe. Side light, side air to punish the whiff from Faizon. Faizon dodges through it, misses the down sig. Dare into recovery. Both of them trading blow for blow. Neutral sig whiff, down sig whiff.
Faizon is getting hit by less and less down signatures. Like, yeah, there was last game where it was the final hit that led to the game loss, but really other than that, nothing of that down sig from the axe hit last game. But then like the game before, I think Alexi hit several of them. So he's hit, oh no, dude, not this. Kill him, kill him.
Handle your inner Emperor Palpatine, I think it is.
Destroy the child. I only know that because of Alex Jones.
Down sig from Anonymous will take out Faizon. Faizon struggling in game number 4. Side light not going to lead to the recovery. There's the recovery. Faizon evens it up.
Gonna juggle these weapons. Sticking with the sword. You saw him jump high in the air so he could pick up that sword immediately. Now has the gauntlets back in hand. Didn't have a chance to swap this one out while still maintaining control of his weapon. Gets a nice 2-hit. Here comes Alexi with the axe. That 1 hit. Oh, man. Faizon's already in yellow. Seeing Alexi patrol the ground. Hits a down air, but doesn't continue the doing the jump down air stuff or anything after that. He just immediately goes back to the ground.
Faizon looking real awkward. He was really fishing. You see the way he's fishing for these side lights. It's not like a reaction thing as much as he's just like throwing it out there and hoping it'll connect onto Anonymous Alexi, and looking really rough for Faizon right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this we can attribute to the connection issues or if we can attribute it to Alexi, because obviously everything Alexi has done today has caught so many people off guard. So I definitely don't want to downplay that and say, oh, this is just because Faizon is lagging.
Well, Faizon not lagging too much considering he gets the 3-piece there. Anonymous Alexi going for the weapon tosses, doesn't pick up the hammer again. Goes for the N-sig. Anonymous able to punish from below. Again, the double N-sig. No, doesn't go for the gravity cancel N-sig this time.
Oh,
snap.
That was such a weird clash.
I think Faizon's going to start playing a little bit more patient, just waiting for Alexi to go for that option, and then he'll go for like that falling recovery. But for now, Alexi with the weapon and stage control. There's the scoop up, and he's going to take the stock lead.
I think you're definitely right. These games are going to slow down. Alexi just likes to throw out like a bunch of moves, and then some of them, it seems like he just like hopes that his opponent will run into, which, I mean, that certainly happens. It's a successful tactic for him so far. But I think you're exactly right that Faizon is going to slow these things down. Alexi hits the ground. Oh, man. Now he's hit three more hits after that. Faizon really starting to fall behind here.
Yeah, just this backup from Alexi. Faizon not able to get the follow-up. Again, goes for the sidelight recovery. Sidelights are not hitting. It's the second sidelight into the recovery. Faizon able to even up the stock count. He's one stock away from taking Alexi out of the tournament.
Now, the last time Faizon went for that, I believe, was on Small Enigma, and he didn't actually hit the recovery after the double sidelight. There you see that down signature come out. Faizon has not used that very often.
Yeah, it's interesting. Considering it's a projectile, it's relatively safe. I guess Faizon just doesn't really like where it puts him because it kind of puts distance between you and your opponent, and Faizon looking to go in. Oh, the wake up from Anonymous. The delayed Sarah as well. Just outside the side sig.
Faizon doing everything he can to keep himself in this so that he can grab the victory and the 3-1. Otherwise, it's going to be a Game 5 situation. Nice neutral signature, even charged it up a little bit. Chase with the side air, recovery not enough to KO off the top.
Denying weapons. Gauntlets in hand. The down sig whiffs. Faizon with the punish.
He wanted it again so bad.
Yeah. He wanted the D-sig yoink. Got the hammer. He's going to be looking for the N-sig or the side sig. Those have been his predominant options. For finishing it off, it's a side air that puts Faizon off stage. Misses the second one. Sidelight recovery. Faizon going to take it in game number 4, but what a nail biter.
That must have been so stressful for both of them. One, Faizon, the connection issues, of course, but the way Alexi is playing and the way Faizon had to slow things down. Alexi knew that he wants to keep his tournament run going, so he had to take that game. Otherwise, Faizon was going to take victory for the set. Faizon wanted to take that to not have to play another game against Alexi. That was a 5.5 minute game. That is extremely long.
And all of it just put under tension, and Faizon unfortunately doesn't get any relief from that tension. It is just going to get tighter as we go into Sandstorm now. And what do you do now? If all of your issues with connection were happening in the last one, they're still going to exist. We're going into another best of 5 against the world champion.
And any amount of space that Faizon wants to put between him and Sandstorm, any amount that he wants to slow the game down, Sandstorm's just going to run all over that. He's going to have so much of an advantage there against Faizon. That's going to be really tough to deal with. I hope Faizon's connection can all of a sudden turn around right now. We know how ISPs work, and I'm wishing upon a star, and we know that it most likely won't happen that way. But we'll see, man. We'll see.
We're burning some candles for Comcast right now and just hoping for Faizon. But he's going to now have to do a best of 5. He's in that hot seat where if he wants to win this tournament, he's got to do a best of 5 against Sandstorm and then a best of 5 against Boomi, and then hopefully win that one to do a second best of 5. So he gets no breaks from here on out.
Man, I still can't believe, just real quick, that Alexi made it all the way this far in the bracket.
Impressive.
Placed 4th. Incredible. What a run. A run that we have not seen in quite some time, even from just like anybody. Just any pro player that you just pick out of a hat. That's not a normal thing we see, much less from someone who is now really breaking on to the top esports scene. Great work to Alexi, and we're moving on to this next game, ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of to follow up with your point, it is very rare for a top player to make it into the top 8, to make it this far on their first time making it into the top 8, as well as to take some of those names that they did and all doing it from the lower bracket. That's an impressive run. But for now, it's Faizon versus Sandstorm. Guaranteed top 3 for both of them in game number 1 of this best of 5.
Now we'll see. despite being sent down to the loser's bracket after going 1-3 against Boomi, the Storm is certainly coming in real life. We shall see if the Storm is coming from Sandstorm here as Hurricane Ida makes its way deeper into Louisiana.
Hurricane Ida might be coming to Louisiana, but Hurricane Sandstorm is coming to Faizon, and Faizon has apparently filled up many bags of sand to hold it off because he is getting damage done to Sandstorm.
Scythe coming out from Sandstorm. He is a little bit behind, but he's finding some good damage here. Faizon's able to grab the weapon very quickly. Weapon toss goes out. Faizon getting over that. He's used to jumping over those weapon tosses after playing against Alexi.
Gonna try to cover this corner, but Sandstorm with the side air. Follow-up D-Light, but a delayed down sig, and no punish from Faizon. Gets a 3-piece to Sandstorm.
Now that's something that might be a little bit tough to deal with, is Alexi played really grounded, like insanely grounded. Sandstorm won't quite as much. Like obviously he knows the ground is an important place to be, but you're going to see those GCD lights. We saw him do them against Boomi as well. He'll come from the air more than Alexi did. So Faizon will have to make the adjustment very quickly. Sandstorm almost ran into that, but he did recover back to the main platform and got the KO.
But he is pretty damaged. Faizon going to be able to pick up the sword relatively safely, but obviously nervous about that threat of Sandstorm. You saw how he had to spot dodge there just because Sandstorm was close enough. Oh, the edge guard attempt. Burn to dodge. Still gets the wall touch. Faizon in trouble.
Oh!
GC down sig, and Sandstorm steals the second stock from Faizon.
The animation on that signature is so cool. It is just, it's violent, it's visceral, it looks neat. I love it. Whoever did that did a fantastic job.
Shoutouts to the animators. Sandstorm on this corner, full stock advantage to Sandstorm, but no weapon control. Immediate wake up down air. Punished.
Oh, nice from Faizon, waiting on that before he threw out the recovery.
Punish again.
Interesting that he went for a sidelight, not a D-light. That would have led to the 3-piece. Oh, he's done.
I think he wasn't confident in his inputs. So we went for the obvious thing. Just the sidelight, hope he can get a recovery there. Instead of like, if you're confident in your inputs, you can go for the D-light and air recovery.
We're moving right on into the next game. Beautiful down signature.
Yeah, that was so good.
Beautiful dunk as well, man. Good work from Sandstorm.
Seemingly in the first swamp.
Seemingly not shook at all after losing in the winners finals. And that's something that I'm not surprised to see from Sandstorm whatsoever, even though his defeat was definitely surprising.
I mean, judging just from the social media banter that Sandstorm puts out there, I think he very much disrespects Faizon.
Downlight over the edge. Faizon with the swap here over to the Reina Wushang.
Oh,
nice. Oh, okay,
snap.
okay. Uh-oh. No.
Punish. Okay, just a sidelight. That's okay. Oh, snap. But Faizon's getting caught. Still damage advantage.
Oh, it's so even between these two. About 40 seconds into this game, no clear leader yet.
Dodge.
Jumps, gets away. Dodge came out. Oh, that was a bold move for Faizon to make. He telegraphed that ground pound highly. Sandstorm wasn't able to punish it, but did get completely out of the way, deep enough in the push-off column. Got around it as well. Nice jump from Faizon. That is not an easy signature to avoid.
Nope. Oh, that's
so
even
sick.
harder to do. Double down light and a ground pound. Sandstorm immediately taking that stock. But yeah, you got to give credit to Faizon for the movement to get that jump side air over the icicles.
That double D-light was so sick, though. He hit the first one and then instantly recognized that he wasn't going to be able to find the ground pound just based off of the positioning. That's why he went for the second D-light.
Really intelligent plays coming out from Sandstorm, but a good edge guard from Faizon keeps him in it. Pretty damaged here. Misses the end sig, and there's a punish from Sandstorm. Gets the D-light, but he's going for these odd things, right? Like he's going for D-light into just a raw signature.
Trying to keep it range. Faizon.
Okay.
This time he didn't go for the second side light. So he is certainly changing his sidelight follow-ups. So Sandstorm doesn't know exactly what he's going for. Again, dude, he hits him. Oh, did you see his movement on that?
So
my
weird.
goodness.
Oh, missed the pogo. And Sandstorm going to get the side air to turn it around, and Sandstorm looking healthy.
Bagel, make sure we get the dash movement before that KO. Get that, extend the replay back a little bit.
You know what we need? We need, instead of the kiss cam, we need like one of those like fancy frames, and it's the movement cam.
Yes.
Dunk down, Sandstorm going for the weapon toss, tricky, but Faizon not having it. Disengaged, got the wall touch. Sidelight recovery. Faizon's going to even up the stocks, but he's just taking more and more damage every time he takes the stocks off Sandstorm.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta stop going for that Faizon, please. I get that.
Sandstorm.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go. You go.
I get that Wushang's signatures, a lot of them are like light attacks. That is not really one of them. Like, throw out the spear side sig all day, but man, Sandstorm. Now he's looking so good. Faizon was doing a really good job as the set went on of avoiding Alexi's signatures. That is not the case so far with Sandstorm. He doesn't hit every single one, but he does hit the big ones.
He's hitting some good signatures. Man, that ground pound, it still trips me out how he flew to the left there. I guess the same move DI hit after the double down light. But, man, Sandstorm's getting better at punishing. Like, you saw him go for that weird gauntlet down sig. First time Sandstorm punished with like a side down light. Second time he's like, wait, I can get way better punishes. Let me just do a side sig and get more damage out instantly.
Now you're seeing
Faizon hit 0-6.
Yeah, you're seeing the stats from them there. You're seeing that 23%. It means he hit around 4 of those signatures.
Here we go. Game number 3. Sandstorm 1 game away from going on into the grand finals to fight Boomi and try to get that salty run back. Faizon going to try to take this to a game number 4, but he has no weapon. Finally picks up the spear.
Over here on the dome, we did see the dodge come out, but he'll definitely have it now. Sandstorm going low, but like, I literally wasn't even worried.
Yeah.
Not even for a second.
He had so much movement there. He burns like next to nothing when he goes for these offstage engagements. Down sig will throw back, but Faizon's got horizontal movement, gets the wall touch twice. Should be good to go. And yeah, ground pound just trying to get some damage and threat onto Sandstorm.
I didn't even see if Bagel threw up the movement cam. I bet they did, and I just completely ignored it because I forget to look at replays like every time. So I apologize.
Honestly, kind of same, because the players just jump straight into the map bans, and I'm like, oh, snap, they're just ready to go. But Sandstorm gonna take the first stock off Faizon, and now he's just walking his way towards victory and his spot in the grand finals. But a nice neutral sig from Faizon catches the movement.
One of the few instincts that we've actually seen coming out from Faizon's gauntlets. But he does move back over to the spear. Weapon spawn comes in. Sandstorm grabs it immediately. I wonder if he wanted that neutral air or if he wanted an actual neutral light, but happened to still be airborne.
Not sure. Spear neutral air in particular can be really, really good, though. So
Certainly.
some people like to use it a lot in neutral as a whole.
Like right there. He found it. There's the side light. Goes for the delayed backup and then side light. We'll probably see a different follow-up next time he hits a side light.
Light goes for an air follow-up. Ooh, was trying to see if Sandstorm was going to walk forward after that one. Throughout the raw side sig. Sandstorm with the dunk down doesn't go far enough to lead to the instant KO.
Almost didn't even need the dunk on that. Oh, yo, that was so close to hitting.
Recovery. Faizon's in trouble. The down light from far will get the knockout. And again, Sandstorm walking closer to victory.
Nice 2-piece. Doesn't get the 3-piece. Faizon does get a nice answer back to neutral. It's going to send Sandstorm off stage. Oh, that could be tough. We could see the extended edge guard engagement from Sandstorm. Almost picked up the recovery. That would have sent Faizon back down low. He needs to find the KO option. I can't believe that hit.
Faizon got one sigh of relief, but Sandstorm immediately back on the edge. Faizon misses the dare. Recovery stage spike, and Faizon's going to eat some marshmallows. Roasty toasty, and he now has one stock left to try to take this to game number 4.
Faizon's so lucky that was a stage spike, and I think he absolutely knows
I don't think it would have killed.
how lucky he was. No shot. The raw recovery sitting up would have killed off the top. He needed that.
The fortunate stage spike. The end light. He's getting a little bit more damage. He's poking. Sandstorm finally finds a hit. End light into recovery. Faizon's in sweat beads, but he has the dodge come back just in time. Platform.
Oh, man. The second he gets back down on the main platform,
Yeah.
Sandstorm punishes him. Sidelight sends him back over to the wall. Faizon down 0-2 in the losers finals. Gets away from that signature. There's the down air. Turns it around. Again, sending Faizon over to the right side.
Faizon is working so hard to get back on the stage, and the second he does, Sandstorm throws him off. Dunk in the wrong direction. Faizon not able to punish, though. Recovery.
Oh, the recovery from Sandstorm in the middle of the stage. 599 damage, 3 KOs. Sandstorm moving on to the grand finals. Unfortunately, Faizon's move will end here with the bronze medal.
Yeah, but still a bronze medal is nice for Faizon.
Yes,
he
sir.
was not that highly seeded for this tournament, let's be real, but still ending up getting that bronze medal has got to feel nice. Of course, it's also a loss to the world champion. You're like, hey, I lost to the world champion. That's not that bad.
Yeah, Faizon is PR7 going into this tournament. He has a total of 5 bronze medals, only 1 silver, and 0 golds. So adding to that collection with a bronze medal is certainly not bad whatsoever, even comparatively for someone like Faizon. He's going to bring that one up to 6. So definitely very good and a fantastic performance. I liked his Wushang actually a lot here. I loved his Val as well.
Yeah, the Val was looking really good. The Wushang looking good. His gauntlets were looking really good. One thing that kind of threw me off was he started doing less and less Val gauntlet neutral sig, which was really, really good in his earlier sets. And I'm kind of bummed he kind of did it less and less. Because we were seeing, who was he playing against? I think it was against Santi, where he was doing like that neutral sig, and then he followed up with like a ground pound, followed up with a side air, and he was getting stocks. And I'm kind of bummed he didn't do that a little bit more.
So we do still have 2 fantastic sets for you, and it's an important one because it is grand finals. Here we have arrived, Boomi versus Sandstorm.
And it all comes down to this, the grand finals of the North American 1v1s, the final set of the Summer Championship. Boomi versus Sandstorm.
Duke, give me the score of the winners finals that we just saw these two play in moments ago.
They fought it out in a nail-biter set, but Boomi won it 3-1. That's why he's got the dub next to his name at the top of your screen. Meanwhile, Sandstorm took that L, went down in the loser's bracket, and now has to win 2 sets in a row if he wants to be crowned the summer champion.
Now, the crazy thing is Boomi is actually forcing Sandstorm off of the Mordex onto the Wushang, in this case, the Po. That doesn't really happen. Normally, Sandstorm goes onto the Mordex and then destroys his opponents. That is what we've seen from many tournaments in the past. That is what history tells us should happen. This is change, and I'm scared.
Yeah, change always makes me nervous and uncomfortable, but hopefully change in this situation will be good for Sandstorm because we want to see this go into the reset, into the best of 5s. But Sandstorm with the D-Light side air from below, looks like the spear is what he's looking for. We're not even seeing him make that swap immediately to the gauntlets. He likes the spear for the punish potential as he jumps over the side sig.
Sandstorm is straight up showing like all of the spear players on Twitter that they don't need a buff whatsoever. And believe me, there are plenty of spear players on Twitter begging for that.
It's definitely been getting more and more traction as time progresses. Misses the pogo, though. The side air will work out, and Sandstorm going to take the stock lead. Pretty damaged, though, and again, sticking with the spear. That's what he wanted.
However, Crocky is one of those people that wants a spear buff, and I think Crocky should get whatever he wants. At
whatever he wants.
I wish Crocky a very literally anything that he wants. Oh, nice pickup!
Good version of System of a Down from Sparky, and Boomi, on the other hand, good patience. Jumped over that recovery. Oh, snap the 3-piece again. The side sigs goes for this double, but Sandstorm goes underneath.
Boomi's back to those insane side sig follow-ups right over the corner that he was getting so often earlier. The follow-up is good, but the fact that Boomi is hitting it so often is what's incredible.
I mean, we saw that highlight reel just before this set, and so many of the sigs on Apocalypse were Boomi either directly KOing with the side sig or leading to a KO with the side sig, but Sandstorm getting some good damage built up on Boomi. He needs this stock. He is behind in the damage, and Boomi gets the wall touch.
Now, Boomi did have plenty of time to throw out the recovery to get back. Sandstorm didn't pursue it that hard. There was a weapon spawn on the stage. He wanted to get to that to grab the gauntlets so he wasn't having to fight unarmed. Oh my goodness. He was so close to hitting that GC in light.
That would have been nice for Sandstorm, but Boomi had the punish, and the D-Light recovery gives Boomi the advantage.
I like it when Boomi plays blasters. I liked the Olgrim from Boomi yesterday, but I also really like it when Boomi plays super meta characters with super meta weapons. His sword is very entertaining to watch right now.
Yeah, his sword is looking like a whole new beast. Sandstorm, though, trying to shut this beast down, trying to get this stock, take it to final stocks here. Boomi, again, comfortable on this corner, double exclamation points come out, and Sandstorm's going to get the side light into the recovery. That's one thing, if I had to give a criticism of Boomi, which I am very much not the person to criticize Boomi, is that he'll sit on the wall for a little longer than I think he should. He'll get to those triple exclamation points where he has no choice but to come up, and he gets caught by Sandstorm every time.
Now, I know Foda and Steven were talking about, I think, Cody's corner guards earlier, but dude, Sandstorm, he does it so differently because, like, Cody will just throw a bunch of, like, down lights or side lights with blasters over the edge. Safe moves to just constantly put out hitboxes. Sandstorm just waits and has incredible reactions to when the opponent chooses to come over the corner. That's the complete difference, but both of them ultimately lead in success.
Ooh, but Boomi's going to get that neutral signature. Sandstorm gets disarmed by it. Another neutral signature attempt. Sandstorm with the punish from below doesn't get the weapon pick up, and Boomi's covering it. Still, Sandstorm sneaks out the gauntlets on the edge, but the side air. Does he have the height?
Nice.
No! Boomi's going to take game number 1.
568 damage to 562. So extremely close for these two players. The fact that Sandstorm went down into the loser's bracket, fought those games, and came back up against Boomi, and game 1 goes the way of Boomi is, again, history that we have not seen happen too often in the past. Normally, Sandstorm will come back up, and that'll awaken him inside, and he'll be in phase 2, and he gets the destruction.
Yeah, normally speaking, Sandstorm is the favorite. Sandstorm has very long been that demon that has shut down Boomi time and time again in these major events. And every single time, like, you and I have sat there and been like, oh my God, could this be the one that Boomi does it? And this one very much looks like it could be the one, because Boomi's looking like a whole new beast with this Val, with this Stevani against Sandstorm.
His consistency has been so smooth across plenty of games between these two, specifically in this tournament. And that's what leads me to believe the Boomi win today is extremely possible, and I would not have put my money on that whatsoever. I put Boomi in second place on my predictions, and I was confident that there was no way he was going to beat Sandstorm.
I mean, it's Sandstorm. He's the world champion, the 1v1 world champion, the most recent seasonal champion, the winner of the Pro Series, well, part of the winning team of the Pro Series. He has been such a dominant force in 1v1s, and yet Boomi looking like he's going to take the W here.
Oh,
toss,
man.
No movement comes out. Sandstorm going to fall. Boomi looking healthy.
Nice 2-hit. And gets the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6. I can't even count this high. 7.
Running out of fingers on hands. Boomi is getting so much unanswered damage. The turnaround, though. Boomi stuck on this corner. Still, Boomi gets up.
9.
No damage from Sandstorm. Finally, he hits an end light.
Boomi got 9 unanswered hits, one after the other. Already has Sandstorm, I believe, in the red. That's going to turn Boomi red, but the difference is one entire stock between these two. That weapon toss is going to come down. Boomi was waiting for Sandstorm to move over to the right side so that he could recover safely. It didn't happen. Sandstorm still stood there patrolling the corner. Boomi actually grabbed the weapon. That is going to lead to a KO. Boomi is 2 stocks up in game 2.
Boomi. It's going to take a lot to 3-stock Sandstorm here, but he still has the 3 stocks to Sandstorm's 1 here in game number 2. Sandstorm with the side light will deny it, but it's going to take a patented Sandstorm Gimp to get this one back into his hands.
Normally in the past, I would say, yep, that's a very real possibility, Duke. I think we're probably going to see it, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Boomi's playing too good here. He's just too nice on it. Even that, perfect timing on that neutral air.
Woo. So many threats from Boomi. Sandstorm not even throwing the downlight on the corner just like that. That's what he used to do so often. And Sig, not going to work out. Sandstorm puts him back towards the stage, wants more damage built up onto Boomi.
3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, including a signature. Didn't KO.
He was not hitting the end light end Sig earlier, so that's looking nice for Sandstorm, but still Boomi with the stock advantage. There's the side light end Sig. Sandstorm still hurting here.
Sandstorm being an orange here on a normal day is still just like Sandstorm being in yellow or white. We're already seeing him getting the first hit since Boomi has respawned. No major punishes yet that Boomi has found. 2 hits, 3 hits.
Oh.
He's in yellow. Few more, he's going to be orange, and we're basically going to be even.
Oh, no.
That did turn Sandstorm red after the side air that followed up on the down air.
Barely touched down, jumps over the side Sig. The end light too quick. Weapon toss from Sandstorm, but Boomi immediately swinging again. It's the nair. Does get the wall touch. Tries to go high to avoid the potential side Sig, but Boomi with the recovery takes game number 2, and Boomi's 1 game away from just shutting down Sandstorm.
This is so crazy, dude. Oh my goodness. Now, Boomi did recently win a community tournament, which is big. I don't want to take that away. We said this in the pre-show, but I do want to reiterate it here that Sandstorm was not in that tournament. Some of your big 1v1 killers were not in that tournament. So a gold's a gold, a dub's a dub. But now that Boomi is coming into this, facing Sandstorm and seemingly shutting him down, 3-1 in Winners Finals, now 2-0. All it takes is one more game for Boomi to put this one to bed.
Yeah, Boomi. I mean, like, they've run into each other so many times. 15-plus sets played against each other in official tournaments. And time again, it goes down to the wire. It's so rare for a 3-0 to happen between the two of them. And even more rare is it for it to go in favor of Boomi.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that it's 7-8 between those two. Like, I think the stats are lying. I know they're not, but that's just,
I know, right?
it just like doesn't compute in my brain that Boomi has won that many sets against Sandstorm.
Yeah, but winning this one would tie up their set count to 8-8. Would be nice for Boomi, especially because this is that midway point in the season, the Summer Championship, as he gets the two-piece, gets the Nair follow-up weapon toss, not going to land onto Sandstorm.
Also, like, winning a set in Winners Round 1, like, yeah, that's nice. That's fantastic. A lot of Brawlhalla players would kill for that. But, I mean, winning a tournament and evening up the sets, like, that's a much sweeter victory.
Ooh, missed the dare.
Game's super even.
Would be nice.
It's a minute
Recovery.
20 in. Boomi grabs the first stock, has his choice of weapons, juggling them. What will he ultimately end on? It is the sword. His sword play today has been so clutch. He's used the light attacks really well. He's been punishing
snap.
really well. He's been chasing really well. He's been using the signatures really well.
Sandstorm has been struggling, looking like a fish out of water, just getting around Boomi. Doesn't even punish the side signature from Boomi. He is getting away with so much, and Boomi's feeling good. You saw that cheeky stutter step before the movement forward. Boomi knows that he is 2 stocks away from victory, but the down sig not even going to be enough. What? Okay.
Now Boomi's going to respawn in here fresh on his stock, Sandstorm in the orange, which is basically the lead that Boomi had when he spawned in on his final stock last game, which he then extended, turned it into a KO, and won the game.
Sandstorm playing grounded, though. The dodges. He's throwing out so few moves against Boomi. Does not want to put himself in the recovery frames.
Ooh, Sandstorm actually not able to punish Boomi's recovery back onto the main platform there. Is a weapon spawn on the right side. Boomi's going to take his time, moves over to it.
Control from Boomi.
Might get the KO here. He'll at least force a
It's
dodge.
the Sair. Sandstorm did get the ground touch, so he is going to have some jumps, but he is taking so much damage. A D-Light Sair would lead to the knockout. A recovery from Boomi could lead to the knockout.
Oh, he was
chase from
chasing
Sandstorm.
Boomi all the way
Yeah.
to the left side. Now all the way to the right side. Is going to get the dunk in
needs to
orange.
finish it.
Weapon toss
He needs
goes
to finish
wide.
it.
Dodge comes out, hits the
Oh,
side
snap.
air. That's going to bounce Sandstorm off the stage.
it.
That'll clean that one up, even though he got that. Like, a dunk in orange is insane because it might KO in orange. If you don't KO off of that, how did Boomi find the side air as the iframes ran out? The timing on that, insane. But if you don't get the KO after you get the dunk in orange, like, your opponent is still not in a bad spot until he's in red and Sandstorm gets the D-Light ground pound up against the wall.
Yeah, Sandstorm has 1 stock left to play with here to keep himself alive in this tournament. Otherwise, Boomi gets crowned the summer champion. And Boomi putting that threat forward. You see him chasing after an unarmed sidelight against Sandstorm with gauntlets. Like, what an absolute madman. But he has shown that he deserves that insanity, I guess.
Dead even on this final stock. This is exactly where you want to see it happen.
Two-piece goes for an up weapon toss. He picks him up.
Oh, Boomi's in
Good
orange.
damage.
Does have a sword, though. That's what he's been playing so well with this game. That's been his reliable weapon. Oh, reliable!
Dunk
A
down.
dunk over the edge! Is the weapon
That's the
toss coming
finisher.
out? It does. Oh, he couldn't get back. Sandstorm keeps himself alive. The dream to win this tournament is still alive. Winning every tournament that he has entered this year except Winter Championship. That includes majors. That includes community tournaments.
I mean, he's an absolute beast, but right now, Boomi looking like the Beast Slayer as he is still 1 game away from knocking Sandstorm out and being crowned the champion. We're going back to Apocalypse. No changes in characters. It is going to be game number 4.
Sandstorm is going to get to the first weapon. Is the gauntlets for him. Weapon spawn comes in. He's going to keep Boomi away from it. Swap out. Keep Boomi weapon starved here.
Oh, what a spot touch.
Nice gravity cancel in light.
What an end sig from Boomi. Slide charge in the other direction. Getting more damage built up onto Sandstorm.
One big difference maker for Sandstorm last game was the 4 signatures he threw out. He ended up hitting 3 of them. Boomi didn't hit a single signature. He didn't get punished for a lot of them, but those side signatures over the corner didn't lead to a knockout like they did previously. Sandstorm definitely coming back in this game. Certainly has the lead here, has Boomi in the red. Sword comes in for Boomi, dare from Sandstorm, sends him over the edge.
Sandstorm looking a little bit more confident here in game number 4. Looks like he kind of has a better understanding of what he needs to do. GC sidelight, the Sandstorm Classic, will get the first knockout, and he's got plenty of health to play with.
Boomi coming back in, hits the unarmed sidelight, backing up just a little bit. Weapon spawn on the right side of the stage. Sandstorm gets to it. Does have him in orange, but still, Sandstorm controlling these weapons. Oh no.
Snap. Punished. No dodges for Boomi. There's the D-Light. Boomi running out of options, and the ground pound guarantees it. Sandstorm looking poised to 3-stock in game number 4.
This is why he's the champ, boys. This is straight up why he's the champ. Everybody out there that's always like, yo, praise Sandstorm so much. Like, there's literally every reason in the world to praise Sandstorm because of gameplay like this.
Sandstorm with the punish. It's a cider. Goes for a second one. Boomi dodges through the dare. Sandstorm, is he going to 3-stock Boomi? Yes, he will! Sandstorm with the 3-stock takes it to game number 5.
506 damage compared to Boomi's 136. Barely into 3-digit territory.
Sandstorm's insane. Boomi's not like an Apocalypse. He goes for 2 tri-platforms in Miami Dome for game number 5. Sandstorm 1 game away from the reset, evening the playing field and going to one final best of 5.
That 506 damage that Sandstorm did in total. Spread that out over 3 stocks of Boomi, 168 per stock. That is 18 damage, 1.5 moves past getting into red, and Sandstorm was KOing so efficiently.
Stuck on the corner already. Exclamation points coming out. Sandstorm hits Boomi. Boomi gets back up safely.
Now, while this game is sort of slowing down, it has a little lull in it right here in the beginning. There were 39 light attacks thrown out from Sandstorm. He hit 74% of them. Can you believe that? Compared to Boomi, who threw out 2 less light attacks, but only hit 16%.
Wow, what an insane numbers. That's like unfathomable percentage hits. For a little more context, the average winning player does about 50% hit rate with their light attacks. But Sandstorm going to connect with the recovery, take the first stock. He's looking ready to reset this one.
Imagine playing like any other video game and being that accurate. Like, if I looked at anybody in chat's Valorant stats right there,
Yeah.
they're not having 74% accuracy. No shot.
It's your shot accuracy. That's the question. As Sandstorm hits the recovery, edge guard hits the dare, ground pound, and another stock taken by Sandstorm. He is 1 stock away from the reset.
There's the dare from Boomi. He's at least going to get this stock here. Even up the damage, even though he's a full stock behind, have his choice of weapons going back to the sword. That's SpongeBob pulling out old reliable.
That's his jellyfishing net?
Yes, sir.
Hold it firmly. Sandstorm trying to hold this set firmly in his grasp. Boomi again on this edge.
Back to the Boomi classic wall stalls here against Sandstorm, and the classic patience from Sandstorm to punish the recovery back to the main platform. Looking for all these neutral airs. The second Boomi gets below him, out comes the down air.
The unlight. Just trying to get some damage. Boomi is not finding any of the hits that he was earlier. The spot dodge through the N6. Sandstorm getting Boomi closer and closer to that kill percent. Downlight. Boomi's in trouble. Dodges. He will be able to touch back thanks to the side air, but the unsig and Sandstorm gets the reset.
I can't believe Sandstorm is coming back this quickly and this confidently. The 3-stock answer that he got, and then he's continuing that momentum through these games. Like, he has the title Pro Series Champion 21, but like that's probably one of the least important titles that he
He's
has.
got like 30 champion titles to choose from. This dude is an absolute monster, and unfortunately for Boomi, that does shift the set count to 7-9 now, and the winner of this one might be for Boomi to even it up. Otherwise, it's going to be Sandstorm pushing it even further, as we're now into the final best of 5 of the Summer Championship. Boomi versus Sandstorm. Couldn't ask for a better set.
Expected Boomi to go low. Boomi stayed high. We're over back on Apocalypse. There's a good punish from Boomi. His punishes were so good early on in his games against Sandstorm. Hopefully he can get back to that if he wants a fighting chance to take this one.
Sandstorm's Scythe is just leveling up. Oh my god!
I want to say so many 4-letter words right now, and I'm not allowed to, but it is very difficult.
Not for TV,
Yo, let's go!
But Boomi with the down air gets him back in.
I hope we get the full replay of that beautiful string from Sandstorm, and I'll look at it this time, I promise.
D-Light Nair, D-Light Nair, D-Light forward, I think. For the, if you're taking notes.
I can't believe you can remember that. I just saw cool stuff happen, so I opened my mouth and go,
like,
wow,
ooh,
neat, awesome, very cool.
Edge guard opportunity. Boomi in the high ground. Hits the ground pound. Sandstorm with a disengage over the left side sig, but he gets beat out by the recovery.
Sandstorm was
So many times Boomi won out with that side sig.
Sandstorm was so quick on that one. You saw him get back high on the wall, and he was ready to interrupt what was coming.
That's that adaptation from a world-class competitor like Sandstorm. Boomi again on the wall. Sandstorm with a fake out ground pound, but Boomi comes up.
Edgeguard situation incoming, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he goes high.
Down
Unfortunately, the dare is actually going to bounce Sandstorm off the platform instead of hitting at an angle that's going to send him over the edge. Neutral
And
sig. Oh, man, not enough. You see, Sandstorm was probably spamming that down air.
Yeah, he was trying to immediately halt the momentum. No side sigs. Boomi backs up. He's got some health to play with here, and no weapons in Sandstorm's hands, but he picks up the scythe. Where's the sig? Flash out. Side air. Boomi takes the stock advantage.
So one of the things that's really difficult is, like, last set went to game 5, so Boomi was so close. He had 2 victories, and then all of a sudden Sandstorm really started to turn things around. Now with the reset, he's back to 0. That's so tough to look at. That's got to be so demoralizing to be, I got to do that again and then win one more as Sandstorm evens this one up. None of these games are going to be easy, I think, for either player.
Yeah, I mean, both of these players, top competitors, teammates, they fight against each other through and through, and they have been here so many times. They know they're going to make each other work for it. There's no free victories here. This is the Summer Championship, and of course, both of them want another title and all of the money that comes along with it.
Ooh, that was a beautiful option
Okay,
coming out of that. Instead of the, like, standard side stick he's throwing out.
Boomi changing some things up on his own as well. Back up safely. Sandstorm with the punish and light weapon toss to follow up. Recovery.
It's so even between these two on this final stock here in game 1 of the reset. First one red's going to be Boomi.
Bad for Boomi, but he gets around him. Sandstorm disarms himself. Boomi stealing out the weapon, sword in hand. Needs a little more.
Not only did he keep the weapon, but he also got his weapon of choice back.
Oh, this could be big.
He's actually going to swap to the more damage, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get game 1.
That was a trash can toss. He was just trying to get rid of the sword, but it works out in his favor. It bonks Sandstorm, and he's going to take game 1. Here's that slow-mo. D-Light Nair already hit. Another D-Light Nair. D-Light again.
I was going to forget to look until you said it again. So
I took notes,
I'm
man.
glad you said it again because I
attention
wasn't
to
going to
class.
look at it.
Gotta pay attention
Oh,
to
that's why I'm
class.
glad I'm on the desk with you right now.
3, 2, 1.
See, that's why we're a good pair. We balance each other out. But here we go. Game number 2. Boomi and Sandstorm. Sandstorm taking a lot of damage to start this one off. Oh, snap the chase! Oh!
I am speechless that, like, I have to say something because I'm on the microphone right now, but I want to just sit here for a minute and realize what just happened. How did Boomi get away from that?
That was, I mean, honestly, that was legitimately really good movement from Boomi. He was going one direction, Sandstorm's chasing forward, right? And then all of a sudden you see Sandstorm continuing that momentum, and Boomi's like, nah, I'm underneath you on the other side. And Boomi snuck right past Sandstorm, and Sandstorm just drifted off into the night.
Man's just held right for a minute, and then all of a sudden,
it's either going to hit or I die.
Press the left button, and Sandstorm kept going. What an option.
So that's Brawlhalla chicken right there. That's 100% Brawlhalla chicken. Sideline recovery, Sandstorm actually evening this up. Didn't take too much damage to get that.
Bro, that was so cool. I want to say more four-letter words after that, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. This is testing me.
Give us a censorship button, please. Again, Sandstorm on the scythe. Weapon advantage. D-Light, Nair, Dare. Goes for the dunk down, Boomi with the soft punish with the sidelight.
Boomi's still in the yellow here. Sandstorm back to the corner. Boomi actually recovers kind of more quickly than we're used to seeing him. He gets back on it.
Oh!
Whoa.
It was too slow. Recovery. Boomi. One good hit away from getting the stock, but the dunk down. Sandstorm! Is he going to steal this? D-Light ground pound? Yeah, he's going to steal it. 5-finger discount. Sandstorm takes the stock and the lead.
Only gets one hit. Now he gets the second hit off of it, throwing his weapon away, has complete weapon control. Boomi trying to find his way in on this side. An unarmed side heavy from the middle of the stage. That's going to be the KO option.
Got to throw out something. Gets the knockout. Sandstorm, no weapons in hand as Boomi has denied it, but a spawn on the right side works out for him. Nice sidelight. Oh, he dodged down and then he fast fell back into the end light.
Oh, he has Boomi in the orange. It's so scary. He's not able to go for the dunk over the edge. Boomi's finding good damage. He's very close to getting Sandstorm into the orange.
Yo, he was looking like he was playing a 2v1. Like he was swinging up and down, like just trying to keep a Ghost and Sandstorm at bay.
Back over the wall, taking his time, making sure when he touches the wall, it's very low, so he didn't get caught by a D-Light over the corner.
Oh, this is bad, though. Sandstorm with the two-piece puts Boomi on the edge. Weapon toss connects onto Boomi. He's got to be getting stressed here.
Oh,
side air.
good
Boomi's
punish.
disarmed. Gets up, gets the turnaround Nair, gets the side air. Boomi in a great position as he gets the ground pound. One more and Boomi's up 2-0 over Sandstorm.
This is the exact same pacing that we saw from the previous set. Game 1 goes to Boomi. Game 2 goes to Boomi. And then Game 3 is where things got a little bit hairy for Boomi as Sandstorm really kicked into high gear.
And what a stressful spot now. Both of them hitting 25% of their 4 signatures thrown out. So a little interesting numbers there, but 81 light attacks thrown out from Boomi versus the 51 from Sandstorm. And Sandstorm, again, far eclipsing in the accuracy, 63% to the 27%.
I think this Hurricane is waiting to take out my power until this set is finished, which I appreciate.
What a homie, Ida. Shoutouts to Ida.
Okay, well, maybe don't say shout-outs to Ida because she is going to destroy my state. So maybe don't shout-outs to Ida on that one. Make sure to clip that one and put it on Twitter, boys.
Yeah. I'm going to get canceled for that one.
Now we are going back to Brawlhaven here. Sandstorm opening this one up pretty big.
Ooh,
already has
okay.
Boomi in the yellow. We are not too long into this game. It's 20 seconds. And Boomi might be approaching orange here.
Goes for the dunk down. A little early on that one. Boomi able to punish. Both of them trading out. Boomi gets underneath with the recovery, but Sandstorm with the weapon toss, pick up, dare, dunk down again. and that's going to be the stock as Small Brawlhaven has the smaller kill box.
Sandstorm did have the chance to grab control of the weapons, but Boomi and iframes was playing around it. Yo, side sig, can he clean this one up? It would be very helpful if he can find the KO here. Goes for the neutral air that didn't even send off screen. I don't think a D-Light recovery will kill.
Charged up. D-Light and side air. Not going to be quite enough. Lots of horizontal movement for Sandstorm, but a down air from Boomi will clean it up.
We are dead even here. This is not what we saw in Game 3 of the last set that Sandstorm took. We saw him come out of the gate much better, had a big lead when he got the KO onto Boomi, and Boomi wasn't able to equalize it. So we have a different Boomi in this Game 3.
Knows he's one game away. There's 2 stocks between Boomi and victory. Charging it up. Sandstorm doesn't hit the punish, but the ground pound.
Oh,
no! But he doesn't get the second one. D-Light and Sig still getting good damage, though.
He had the dodge and everything on that, too. That's tough.
Yeah, that's an awkward spot. He's busy watching Sandstorm and not quite following his own movement and just end up ground pounding onto the stage, but still, damage is even. Still very doable for Boomi. Sandstorm needs this if he wants to take this to a game number 4.
Both of them in the orange. Sandstorm is the first one red after that second nair from Boomi. Neutral stick comes out. Sandstorm tries to punish low. The recovery drops.
Stage. It's the weapon toss. Sandstorm back to the scythe.
He tried to go for the
Doesn't
Zeus
hit the
throw,
punish.
and it actually just ended up bounce passing off the stage. Boomi has plenty of movement to get back. Oh, yes.
A rare Sandstorm miss.
Me, Sandstorm drops that on me. I'm panic dodging back into that big foot every time.
Oh my god, good on Boomi to not panic dodge like a Sparky would, but a Sandstorm hits a side air, and we're now down to final stocks. This stock is so pivotal as it means Sandstorm will get a game 4, otherwise Boomi gets the championship.
D-Light in light, classic move on a very undamaged target.
Can damage, missed the down air though.
Oh, Sandstorm.
2-piece, 3-piece.
He's doing so much damage onto the stock from Boomi. Boomi hasn't found hardly any moves.
Okay, got the Unlight, got the read on the movement. Unlight in return from Sandstorm. Nair keeping him on this corner, missed the dunk down the end sig.
Insig was good damage.
Oh!
Sandstorm in the orange side sig is going to miss after the dodge from Sandstorm. The dodge is down. Now it's going to be back for him. Gauntlets v Gauntlets. Boomi v Sandstorm. Boomi has to get this. Oh, he's going to fall! Oh, no. Game 3 goes to Sandstorm. Will the Grand Finals history repeat itself?
Boomi was sitting on the edge. He was waiting. And just the threat from Sandstorm. You saw how he jumped down, dipped down a little bit, and then come back up. Dip down a little bit, come back up. He's like, yeah, we get you. And he does. The ground pound as Boomi got into sweat beads. And that's what I'm talking about. Like the one criticism I have for Boomi, and again, I am far from the person who is qualified to criticize someone of Boomi's caliber, is just how he burns so much in that offstage.
We're going back to the dome. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get into Game 4 in Sandstorm.
Let's start it like that.
Taking Boomi all over the place. Oh, and continuing that. One more hit. Boomi's in orange. There he is. Boomi's in orange.
Dude, if Sandstorm hits back-to-back reverse 3-0s, like that's a mental boom right there. As the ground pound connects, Boomi goes low, but he still gets that wall touch. Waits just long enough as Sandstorm threw all of his options, but the side sig gives Sandstorm the first stock again.
And that time, Sandstorm punished the neutral signature high. We saw him miss that punish before. He went low with the signature. This time he went high with it. Ooh!
Threw it. But
Nice.
yeah, a lot of times Sandstorm's trying to punish that from below, kind of to your point. And looks like Sandstorm's got some other tricks, some other options against it.
Boomi's still desperate to put out the damage he needs. He has Sandstorm in orange, but still, that's only orange on his first stock. Now he's in red. Gets the recovery, gets it off the top. Evens up the stocks very quickly. He still has about 50 plus damage on this second stock as Sandstorm's coming in fresh.
And we're seeing a different mindset come out from Boomi. Time and time again, when he has the weapons control, he sticks to the sword. This time, he opted to go to the gauntlets.
His gauntlets are looking good.
They've historically been very good. He used to play Onyx. He played across in tournament as well. And for some reason today, he was like, I really want sword. It was working, but looks like it's back to the gauntlets as the NSIG connects. What's the follow-up? Nothing. Gonna let Sandstorm get that wall touch. Take the damage and run.
Now that's what's tough is when Boomi hits that dunk signature, it will not send his opponent anywhere near as far as Sandstorm will when he hits his dunk.
Yeah. But still, Boomi has the sword, has the weapon. Sandstorm with the downlight off the soft platform stops Boomi from doing too much. Both of them in the red. Oh, the side light, the follow-up side air.
Boomi taking his time. Sandstorm actually giving him some space here. He could actually get on the corner before going back down on the wall. The side sig just barely misses. Sandstorm
He's not hitting those.
somehow gets through it.
Boomi in winners final hit so many sword side sigs. After we got into the grand finals, Boomi has hit 0% of his sword side sigs.
Oh, he's hunting for this recovery. Gets the neutral. It's going to send Sandstorm almost off screen. No weapon toss coming out until that one.
The weapon. He touched. Both of them want this second stock. They want this lead.
Oh my gosh, this is so close. This is only the second stock. Neutral light, that's gonna KO. Oh my goodness. This is a huge nail biter. We're 3 minutes into this game. Boomi with weapon advantage has just a tiny lead.
Oh, but Sandstorm doesn't have a true follow-up off that side light. Boomi trying to get this extra credit. Dodge down, avoided. Getting some extra credit. Getting more. Sandstorm with a wake-up dunk. A dare might be just enough. Okay, gravity cancel and light guarantees it. Sandstorm gonna even this one up. He took a little bit of damage here.
That dare had like just enough movement to send Boomi over the corner instead of bouncing off the main stage.
I mean, that's good movement on Sandstorm because like once you hit that and you can decide how you active input it, you can also control your character's movement and like flow as you're hitting that down air.
Oh, that punished the dodge.
Taking the brunt of the damage. Slight damage lead to Sandstorm. Good spot dodge to avoid the downlight.
Boomi's got to get him off this side.
Ooh, the NSIG.
Sandstorm has so much control and the side is in his hands. Oh my gosh, this is so close. It's either game 4 for Sandstorm or a Boomi tournament victory. Would be absolutely massive. Not only for Boomi, but just for Brawlhalla history.
Oh, the dodge. Oh, he dodged down. Sandstorm had the fast fall, but he didn't go for the follow-up. Both of them in the red. D-Light Sair. Can Boomi do it? One more hit.
What are you doing?
Punish from Sandstorm. Into game 5. What?
I don't know.
Oh, he bet so much on that.
I don't know what he just did. It hurts my body.
He bet so much on that side sig. Oh, we're going to game 5
Here it is.
in a heart-rending set.
What is he going for? Dude, Twitter's going to clown him so hard for that one. I don't like, what was he going for?
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the stats, and Boomi's throwing out twice as many attacks. 113 light attacks to Sandstorm's 59. Like he's having to do so many more things as he is fighting for his life on the offstage already.
He already had to go under the stage one time. That is that's not looking good for Boomi after a tough loss and the clutch factor that Sandstorm has had for so many years.
Sandstorm, who reverse 3-0'd in the grand finals to reset, to take it here to game number 5 and potential reverse 3-0 again. I said it earlier, but man, this would be such a morale destroyer for Boomi. Boomi was literally a hit away from victory. He's stuck.
Oh, that's still hit.
And the panic dodge out. Sandstorm with the end light. Almost kills. Do you see D-Light? Oh, he's going to back off a little bit. Still getting a lot of damage. He knows just one neutral light could be enough.
He has the gauntlets in hand. That's kind of what he started to rely on more. That was what was doing a lot of work on Miami Dome.
Ooh, the gravity cancel neutral light will lead to the KO. Sandstorm takes the first one. He took a lot of damage though. Boomi did a good job extending that stock and getting some damage built up.
Gets away from the follow-up and everything else.
Miss.
Sandstorm has coming. There's a nair into a down air. Boomi has the sword in his hand. Already saw the neutral sig come out. He's looking for the KO option. Trying to find his timings here. GCD Light gets punished. Neutral sig again gets punished. Dash up nair gives you so much movement. And it's like the perfect height. Oh no, Boomi just runs to the right side of the stage. Doesn't fall prey to that. Does hit a side sig. Still in this. A signature hit from Sandstorm there would have been a dunk over the edge. And I think that would have been the set right there. He's still in this, but Sandstorm does have a very big lead. That's not looking good.
It's going to take a lot for Boomi to come back into this one. I mean, just comparing it to the last game where they were both last stock red on their second stocks, like Boomi was so much closer, and there's the dunk up this time from Sandstorm. Knew he didn't have the distance for that one, so he's going for the more potential KO. There's the weapon toss. Gravity cancel, end light will stage bounce, and he still touches. But he's taken so much damage. Yep, that's the stock, and Sandstorm looking so good to be crowned the summer champion.
And you saw like the sauce and confidence from Sandstorm with that side heavy that he did over on the right side wall. This would be a nasty comeback for Boomi. It would be one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in the many years that I've commentated this game. But I don't know, man. Sandstorm, H-Box, they call him Clutch Box. Sand Clutch. Nope, Clutch Storm is way better. I don't know why I
thought
started
you were going to say Sandbox.
Nope.
That makes a lot more sense, though. Clutch Storm.
Yeah, we're going to go with Clutch Storm. We're going to pretend I never said Sand Clutch.
Oh my gosh, Boomi needs this. Side light, not able to get a follow-up. D-Light, dare, recovery, not quite enough. He had to chase recovery. Boomi's going to get this to the final stocks. He has some health to play with. This is doable.
Of all of the Boomi comebacks that we've like ever seen in a grand final situation like this, this is the best that we've seen Boomi play in the final games. The ground pound. Is he going to finish this up? Sandstorm backs off just a little bit.
Just barely touched. D-Light. Boomi gets disarmed. This is so bad for Boomi. But he gets a weapon. Oh, misses the end sig. No punish from Sandstorm. The end light from Sandstorm. Oh, he went for a ground pound?
Boomi over on the wall. Sandstorm giving him some space here.
Punished. Dodge down from Boomi. Gauntlets v gauntlets. Boomi very much behind. Sandstorm just needs a recovery.
This is so insanely tense. Yo,
snap. Oh,
that's
snap.
another color change.
Nice. Switches to the sword. The end line, and Sandstorm is going to take it in another reverse 3. 718 damage put out, but at the end of the day, he is the summer champion.
That 718 damage is crazy. You saw that like 2 in-lights. There, you just saw the first one on the replay. 2 in-lights were the KO option on gauntlets from like the middle of the stage. That shows how much damage he had to put out.
That was insane. Stock extension. You got to give credit to Sandstorm for being able to make those adjustments and take it out in Game 5 twice in a row after going through the loser's bracket. He is the champion. Boomi goes home with that second place and Faizon with the third. There you can see the entire run that these players had to make.
What an effort from Boomi, though. That was an incredible grand finals set that they just gave us. That, oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't seen something like that in a very long time. These two players gave everything to those final sets. The clutch factor from Sandstorm was incredible. The comeback factor from Boomi as well. In that final game, it was looking hopeless.